Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a easy decoupage tutorial. Hopefully give you something to do if you're bored, so I hope you enjoy. So this is what you're going to need. Whatever you're gonna decoupage, which I'm doing a little wall plaque. You need either tissue paper or napkins. Got quite a selection. You need some brushes. You can buy decoupage brushes, they're not expensive. They do them in the Range or the Works or the Hobby Shop. They're just little square-headed brushes. You need scissors. You need some decoupage glue or Mod Podge. So this one was from the Range and it was around £5. But I've recently discovered that they do it in the pound shop and I've used that, and I would say it is just as good as the dearer ones. So I probably won't be getting the dearer ones anymore. So if you want to paint your item first, then I'll just use tester parts that I've got left over and paint it before I do it. You don't have to paint it, it's up to you. And then for this one I'm going to be adding embellishments, so if you want to do that, get creative. So we have everything we need. So first of all, we're going to paint this. For those of you who are not going to paint, ignore this step. So I'm going to paint that and I'll be right back. So I first of all take my little tester pot of grey paint called the Hamptons and I give my wooden heart a good coat. So I decided to use the built-in paintbrush, which was a really bad idea because it's rubbish and it leaves all lumps of dried paint. Or that might be because I've had the tester pot for 2 years, not sure. But either way, it was rubbish. So it looked a little bit lumpy. I should have sanded the heart down to get a smooth surface, but we'll go with it. I gave it 2 coats in the end and I was quite happy with the coverage. So once you have painted, you just put it to the side and leave it to dry. So that is step 1 done. It is painted, so leave it to dry. By the way, this wooden plaque was from the Range. No, not from the Range, sorry. It was from the Works. And it was only about, I don't know, £2 or £3. They do loads of different shapes, if you were wondering. See you when it's dry. Okay, so the next step is to take your napkin or tissue paper and you want to cut out your design. I like to cut it out to get it more precise looking, but some people do tear the edges so that it makes it look more distressed. So do whatever look you like best. If you're using a napkin, you need to separate the layers. Some napkins have a few layers, so you need to make sure you separate them all so you're just left with one really thin layer. It might look a bit see-through, but that's how you want it to look. Paint is not dry yet. Wait patiently for paint to dry. So I am making a necklace hanger for my daughter. Go in her bedroom. My other daughter did that to the other side, but we'll ignore that. I'm going to put this unicorn in the middle. I've painted it grey, I don't know if you can tell because the lighting is awful in here, so I painted it grey. This unicorn will go in the middle. I will be sticking some of these flowers around it, and then I'm going to try and put, I don't know, maybe 3 hooks so she can hang it on the wall and hang her jewellery on it. So fingers crossed it works out. I'm not sure if I want to paint this side, but it's going to be on the wall, so is it worth it? Yeah. Anyway, I'll be back when the paint's dry. Okay, so now the paint's dry, we want to get the decoupage glue and we want to put a really good amount onto the area that you're going to add your design. If you think it's not enough glue, then add some more so that there's enough to soak into the tissue paper or the napkin. Once you've done that, then you want to get hold of your dry brush. You want to put the napkin down onto the glue and then you want to start brushing from the centre outwards, very gently, so not to tear. If you do tear it a little bit, it's fine, it should stick down fine. So keep going all over until it's all flat. Now there might be some ripples, do not worry, once it dries it will flatten out. If the edges still look like they're a bit dry, get your glue brush again and go over it with a bit more glue. Keep going over it till it's all stuck down. So once you've stuck it down, then do another couple of layers of the glue on your design. Once that's dry, then I like to go over the whole piece in a clear varnish to seal it. If it's furniture, I'd probably do 3 to 4 coats. With this, it's just a wall plaque, I'll probably only do 1 coat, but you want to cover the entire surface. I like to use a matte or satin. Right, so at this point I was going to use these hooks, but I realised that the screw was actually too long and it would go right through the plaque. So I had to look around and I did find these brass hooks. So I thought, I don't like them as much, but I thought I could glue them on. So while I'm waiting for the varnish to dry, thought I would show you. I'm going to add some pictures of some bits that I have decoupaged before, but it's hard to get a picture in this room because it is very, very tiny. So this is my daughter's dressing table. Found it at a second-hand shop. I think it was £25, and it was a very, very dark wood. I will show you before picture. And I needed one that would fit into this space perfectly, so, and fit her toy box under. So found this. I had to trim a little bit off the edge, which doesn't look great, but you can't really see because I painted it. So very proud of this. So this has been decoupaged and varnished on the corners, and then the drawers with new handles all decoupaged in gold. So this just shows you how you can transform furniture. Okay, so this is the jewellery box that I got for £2 at a charity shop, and this was just wooden, and I've painted it a blush pink and then gone around the edge with gold and decoupaged. I don't love the decoupage on this, but I thought it matched this rose here, so it looks a lot better than it did anyway. Okay, this is the finished product. So for hooks, for her jewellery, it is all finished. Sorry about the lighting, the sun has gone in, but here it is all finished. So I used glue gun and stuck the flowers on, waxed it all, varnished it all, sorry. I've stuck these on. They're slightly wonky, but never mind. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Well, I hope I gave you some good ideas on something you can make. Hopefully I've inspired you, or you just don't want to make something but you just want to know how to do it for the future. I hope you enjoyed anyway. See you next time. Bye bye.